Hi, I'm Chuck Heron, Field CISO for F5.
And I'm Lori McVitie, Distinguished Engineer and Chief Evangelist for F5.
And let's talk cybersecurity. So, Lori, people aren't protecting APIs as well as they think they are. I have to admit, our recent research is concerning, maybe not shocking or surprising, but definitely concerning that nearly a third of customer-facing APIs are not protected at all.
Okay, I'm a little scared. Um, we asked organizations with decision making authority about APIs. So they were people who actually made the decisions. And we asked them a bunch of questions about their APIs, how they're made up, all that kind of stuff. But we also asked them, hey, which of these security services, and we gave them a lengthy list, do you deploy to protect your APIs? And then we broke it down by customer facing APIs, partner facing, integration focused APIs, and then the ones between microservices. And the result was that a third were not even using SSL, right? HTTPS to protect their customer facing applications. These are the ones you go to when you type in on your browser, which is concerning because I don't know who these people are. And this could be my bank, right? That's
Yeah.
scary. That's really scary to think that not even the most basic of security is being handled when it comes to APIs.
How does that open companies up to cyber attacks?
Well, I mean, right, SSL is always it's about security, it's privacy more than that, right? My privacy, like my personal private information is not protected while it's on the internet. That's scary for me. And we've been taught not to use those URLs, right? That effort went on. Don't do it if it's not there. So you risk losing customers, right? On the other services, you're talking like DDoS protection. Well, if somebody decides they want to take you down, I guess they're going to because you have no protection against it, right? Access control. Well, if there's a vulnerability in that API and you don't have any access control, right? I mean, who knows, right? If you can get inside the organization, now you can do lateral attacks, ransomware, malware. You can really wreak havoc. So there are a ton of different threats that come from the lack of security services protecting APIs.
Do you think that attackers are aware of these weaknesses, maybe as much or more than defenders are?
Well, of course, right? I mean, they adopted automation before enterprises did, and they use that to automate attacks. They are ahead with AI right now, leveraging that in order to attack organizations. And because especially generative AI continues to progress, it can generate all the code needed, find all the APIs, and then just start attacking it while the attacker's sitting back, with a beer and some Cheetos, just waiting.
Do you think that this trend at the current time is improving or worsening?
Depending on certain, I mean, emerging tech, right? We saw AI thrown out there pretty fast before people really understood the risks and the dangers and what could possibly go wrong. So in some respects, I think they've got problems there. In other respects, I think they're doing better. Right. I think that most typical enterprises do a better job of taking a more measured approach. Whereas someone whose lifeblood, their profits, their entire life is a digital presence, they're going to move a lot faster and they're more at risk because of that.
That makes sense. I think what I've seen in the field complements that. Companies that are aware of the issue and taking steps are improving their posture in this space, and it's pretty straightforward to do so from a discovery and getting your arms around a perspective. But companies that aren't yet having API security on their radar, they tend to, it's as we would say in Texas, it's kind of a one-legged man chasing a rabbit. The longer they go on, the further apart development and security teams get. Developers are never going to slow down delivering business value, so security teams really need to catch up and keep up. And the longer it takes for you to get started, the further that gap's going to be, the more ground you have to cover when you do start getting it under control.
So I'm Lori McVitie. I'm not an AI yet. We're working on it. Not there. So I'm still real.
And I'm Chuck Heron. I'm not yet Chuck Bot, but you'll be the first to know whenever we publish.